As a makeup artist, whenever I talk to people about doing their own makeup, it seems like eye makeup is what most people struggle with. It also seems like the thing that most people would like to learn more about. So today I'm going to show you the most basic of eyeshadow looks, and I call it crease lid liner. I mean, that's really the foundation of any simple eye look, and you can even abbreviate this to just crease lid. You're going to need an eyeshadow palette. I'm going to recommend you get a matte palette like this one from Jason Wu. This is the Matte Agave palette, 9 matte shades, and they're all very versatile, all very wearable, and I love this palette. It's very affordable too. I really have no negative feedback on this. So get a nice neutral matte eyeshadow palette. You definitely don't need 9 shades. I would say at most 3 brushes, at least 2. And a matte eyeshadow palette, and we're ready to go. All right, the first step of our basic eyeshadow look of crease lid liner, I think you can guess, it's crease. And when I say crease, I'm referring to the natural crease of your eye. So it could also be called the socket. Right here, that is the crease of my eye. On some people, it's more prominent, such as myself. I've kind of got big protruding bug eyes. So I definitely can see my crease. If you have a hooded eye, you still very much have a crease. We're going to take our crease brush. We are going to take a mid-tone color and we are going to place it both in the eye socket, the crease, but also peeking above. So it's actually going to come onto my brow bone, and we're going to use this outer corner to add some lift. So that's where we're headed. Now, what do we do it with? So here's my Jason Wu Matte Agave palette. I am going to use what I said was a mid-tone. Now that could either be this color here, which has a pink undertone, and that would bring out the green of my green eyes, or we could just keep it very neutral and use more of like a peachy tone here, which honestly would work for anyone, but definitely you blue-eyed people. Since I have pink on, I'm going to keep with that theme, and I'm going to grab the mid-tone rosier color. Now you're going to take your crease brush and we are going to dip it in there. Now we don't have to like work it around too much, but just make sure that you get this end of the brush, trying to show you here, evenly loaded up. So if it's even on your brush, it should be even on your face. Do maybe one little tap off. I am going to kind of look down in a mirror here so I can see the crease of my eye very clearly. And then I'm going to look up, look straight on, and make sure that that color is not only living in my crease, but peeking above it. So I like to start kind of in the middle, and I wedge the brush in there, and then I alternate between a swish back and forth, and then little tiny circles, which I call a swirl. This is my swish and swirl and swish and swirl method. Okay, so I've got it in my crease, right? But I want to make sure if I'm having a conversation with someone and we're looking, you know, right into each other's eyes, that they can actually see that color and it's not just deep in my crease. So that means that I am going to just make sure when I'm looking straight on that you still see it. The shadow does not need to end just because the eye ends. We can use this to add some visual lift. So we can bring this up and out. I would just say not to bring it down. We don't want to add any downward suggestion, but we do want to add a little bit of lift. So coming up and out, you know, up to the temples, it might feel a little strange, but it really does kind of contour that eye area to appear more lifted. I did not actually take this too far past the beginning of my eyebrow. It's already shadowy in here, just naturally, facial anatomy. So you don't need to add more shadow and contour in there unless that's the look you're going for. I'm going to repeat this step on the other eye because I think it helps to see it twice. We're gonna grab our matte rose shade, load up the brush evenly, do one tap off, and then I'm going to look in a mirror. That's what I'm doing over here. Look straight on and tilt back, alternating. So swishing it into the crease, swirling it with little circles, and then looking straight at myself to say, okay, do I see enough of that color peeking above when I'm looking straight on? And I do. I want to make sure that I bring it up and out at the end to just maximize that lift. This is kind of a top to bottom look. So we're starting with that crease and we're basically using that color to contour and kind of sculpt out the eye. Now we're going to work downwards from that, and our next step is the lid color. So my crease has this color in it, and I'm going to keep with that pinky theme and I'm going to use that light pale pink as my lid color. If you had chosen this, the peachier shade here, I would tell you to go with more of that warm ivory right below it as your lid color. This is pretty bright. I don't think most people, unless you're extremely fair, would want this on your lid, but you might save it for the inner corner. So if this was your crease color, we're gonna go with this. If this was your crease color, we're gonna go with that. Switch brushes, remember, this is our flat brush. We are going into our pale pink shade, and we're just going to load up one side of the brush. So we don't need to load up both sides, just need to load up one, tap off, and now we are ready to do the lid step. Think of this like a coloring book. So we filled this part in, right? Now we've left this blank space below that we're just going to color in. We're not going to go over this color, but we are going to come up to meet it. And the motion we're going to be using is totally different than the motion that you used for your crease. That was real swish and swirl. Your wrist was pretty like flexible, I guess. This is going to be more pressing, dabbing. So I'm going to basically fill in that space, but I'm only using one side of the brush, and I'm pressing, I'm dabbing, whatever you want to call this motion. I am laying that pale pink in the areas that don't have the crease color. So I've brightened up my eyelid. Now I'm going to bring this part of my eye forward. We used this color to kind of push that crease part back. So we're really starting to make the eye more three-dimensional. Same thing, other eye. I hope this helps you learn to do it twice. I think it helped. And we are just pressing and filling in our blank space, not going over, but coming up to meet that crease color. You can add liner, or we could go straight to mascara, and this would be a great daily look because I don't always wear eyeliner. I skip it a lot. And doing a crease, a lid color, and mascara still makes me feel very put together. So just want you to know you could be done at this point, do your mascara. I'm going to show you the liner step, but if you're not a liner person, this is perfectly put together for an everyday look. Now we have moved on to the liner step of our crease lid liner simple eye look, and it's going to be pretty easy to tell you on this palette. There's only one choice, and it's this one. This is really the only one deep enough to create a true liner effect. I mean, you could always go with this one. That's just not going to look like eyeliner as much. This will definitely look more just like a soft brown liner. Take your angled liner brush, dip it in the dark brown, just the very edge of it, and you can do this however you'd like. I prefer my eyeliner shape to lift a little bit at the end. Doesn't have to be a huge wing, but just a little upward lift at the end. And then I don't actually take mine all the way in. I like to kind of accentuate more of this outer part of my eye, and that's because my eyes are already like very round, very big. I don't really want to accentuate that. I want to add more of like a cat eye shape if possible. So that's why I'm going to place it there. You can feel free to take this liner all the way in, but I think it usually works to keep it on the outer 3/4 or even the outer third. So I start this kind of in the middle of my eye, and I am going to just sketch across, and when I get to the end of my eye here, I am actually going to go out instead of down, and that's how I'm going to create that little wing lift. And because this is shadow, it's so easy to kind of manipulate that into the shape that you want. If this was a liquid liner, forget it. If this was a pencil, you'd still have some time to do it. But since it's shadow, that's what makes it so easy. And if you don't like it, this is so much easier to, smudge out, start over. So now I am going to just kind of take a tiny little bit coming inwards, but that's as far over as I want to take my liner. I'll show you. Like I said, bring it all the way in if you want to. I just think this looks a little more modern too, of just not lining the entire eye. So same thing, other side. I am going to kind of start kind of towards the middle. And if you notice, I'm doing this with my eye open because I need to see. Like if I close my eye entirely, I'm kind of guessing. But I like to be able to see while I am doing this. And then, look straight on at yourself like that. And like I said, coming out versus down. Sometimes you want to follow your eye down. That's your instinct. Ignore your instinct and bring it out. And because it's that shadow, like I said, it's so easy to just like take your finger and kind of adjust that. Now, I am not really a liner on the bottom person. If you are, you can certainly do some on the bottom. But if you do, I would almost just like take what's left on this and then just kind of use whatever is left just on the very, very corner, right tucked up under those eyelashes. I probably wouldn't bring that too far across. Again, I just feel like that kind of emphasizes roundness on my eye shape. We are done with the eyeshadow, and I hope that seemed simple because it really is. Once you practice, you will be able to do this a lot quicker. At this point, we can finish off our eye look, and we're going to use some mascara. This is Portrait Sculpt Lash. It is from my line, and I love it. And you're good to go after this. I mean, I think mascara is the finishing touch on any eye look, and I would feel totally confident going out with this eye, you know, put together. I'd feel like I did a little something, but I didn't use, you know, 6 colors. I didn't get, you know, glitter, sparkle anywhere because we used all matte. That's always going to be, you know, your best bet for looking professional. You're not going to have to worry about it. If you're having photos taken, matte's always your best bet for that too. All right, here is our pulled together crease lid liner, basic eyeshadow look. I hope you enjoy switching out the colors and keeping that placement the same, and you can create tons of different looks. Maybe do this with the peachier shades, maybe do this with more purpley shades even. I did kind of the rosier palette today, but just know that once you nail crease lid liner and you feel comfortable with that placement, you can do anything. If you want to start subbing in for the lid color, a shimmer, that's where I would do that. I think you can totally do a shimmer there. I would never do the shimmer in your crease. I will link the products that I used below or similar if they're not available. And I hope this makes you feel confident and that you try this out. Thank you so much for watching.